Welcome to Inside the Lines mini podcast. It's Cam Stewart, David Bastl, and we're reviewing and previewing the AFC. Cam, a lot of big teams in this conference. Let's start off with arguably what a lot of people are saying is the new best division, the AFC East, with the Bills and the Jets and the Dolphins all slated to make the playoffs. We'll see about that. And, of course, the New England Patriots, hard to believe that a lot of people have them in fourth place, but I don't see them anywhere else. I don't know how the Patriots do not finish fourth place.
I don't know what the heck they're doing, Dave. First, they get rid of Bailey Zappi. In my opinion, he's almost as good as Mac Jones. And then I look, you bring in Ezekiel Elliott. Me and you are probably running a faster 40 than him now. I get it. He's the goal line back. Honestly, I look at New England, and people talk about Belichick. I think he's a great coach, but when it comes to just player personnel, and I'd really think New England's on the slide. Your Jets, I don't know if I should say your Jets. We all have teams. I'm a Seahawks fan, but the Jets, it's all about AR. We know how good they're going to be. The thing is, Dave, he looked a little bit skinnier. Will they be able to protect him? Because if the Jets' offensive line protects Rodgers, he's going to slice and dice. They got tons of backs now. Breece Hall coming off that injury, Dalvin Cook, it's going to be amazing. And Tua, he looks a little bit thicker, but his head's been scrambled a couple times too, Dave. He's had a lot of concussions. Crazy division. I still think the Bills are the top team, but the Jets and Dolphins are right on their heels.
So Bills at 122 is your pick. I actually like the Jets to win that division. You get a little bit of value at plus 250. Let's talk wins totals for a second. A high total with the Buffalo Bills at 10.5. Do they hit that mark considering it's a first place schedule?
It's a really tough schedule, Dave. I think it's actually, they're right on it. I think they win 11. I would not be shocked for 10, but I think these guys in the division are just going to beat the crap out of each other. Other than New England, I actually think New England might win like 5 or 6 games. I must be nuts to think the Patriots, but they're really regressing, and I see the Dolphins. They're a complete team. The Jets are getting a hell of a lot better, and the Bills, they're still the Bills. The Bills, though, on defense, they showed cracks, Dave, against Cincinnati in the playoffs. We'll see, and Allen can't make the big mistake, which he tends to do.
Yeah, and that Patriots win total at 7.5, and we're both taking the under.
Under on the Keep digging.
Let's, exactly. Let's move on to the West Division with a lot of people saying this is the best division in football, of course, with the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Raiders. Chiefs division to win, or are we knock, Chargers?
Yeah, you know, Dave, every year I'm a sucker for high voltage. I love the Chargers. I love Herbert. I'm glad they got things done with Eckler. I think their defense is going to be better. The problem with Kansas City is they just have so many weapons, and Mahomes even plays hurt, right, Dave? It amazed me in the playoffs what he did. I am going to take the value of the Chargers in the division. I actually have Chiefs under 11.5 wins because I think that the Chargers are going to steal some games. They're a very good team, but maybe it is the Chargers year. We wait every year, and this year could be the year.
Yeah, I got the Chargers as well. You get them at about plus 300 at Sports Interaction, so something to look out there for. One final question on the division before we move up. Do the Denver Broncos rebound this year, or do we see them kind of dwindling what they did last year? Last year was dismal.
It was.
If you're a Broncos fan, you are not used to that.
No, you're not. But they also have tons of injuries at the receiver position. Judy was banged up. Tim Patrick's gone for the year. And Russell Wilson, what's he doing, Dave? I know they have a pretty good offensive line, but this guy's getting older. I'm down on Denver, and I think the Raiders are going to absolutely suck.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see who finishes in that basement. Let's go to the North Division, where the Bengals, of course, are the favorites, but watch out for those Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has his contract. They're in the mix there. 2-horse race in that division?
Maybe 3. I think Pittsburgh with Kenny Pickett is going to be really good. I love Pickens. I love everything the Steelers are doing. Honest to God, you want to talk about division? And what's Cleveland going to do, Dave? With Deshaun Watson. You could argue that division now, like the AFC East. I got to tell you, though, going to take a flyer with Baltimore. Love the pick of Zay Flowers. I think their defense, a little bit banged up in the secondary, but with value, and Joe Burrow's injury might be a little bit worse than we think. I'm taking the Bengals wins under 11.5 if you can get it and lay a little bit of juice, but I'm telling you, I like the Ravens, Dave. Who do you like?
Yeah, Ravens at plus 236 to win. I actually think the Bengals are still the team to win. No value at all. Don't get me wrong, plus 140.
It's not that bad.
I'm not running to the bank on a futures on the Bengals, but you know what? Funny you say Steelers, because at plus 500,
I like their wins over, Dave. They're a well-coached, good quarterback, good defense all the time, and their offense is getting better, and Harris has another year under his belt.
You know they're going to finish over 500.
Damn right. Damn right they are.
That's not good. Let's go to the South Division, where both of us are heavy on the Jacksonville Jaguars. According to the odds makers, if they don't win this division, there should be some sort of court hearing right now. Minus 155 for the Jags to win. I don't see anybody touching them. In fact, I don't see anybody coming within 3 or 4 wins of the Jaguars in that division.
Dave, I think the Jaguars can go to the Super Bowl. So that tells you how I feel about this team. They almost beat Kansas City last year. I know Mahomes did a magic act. I'm going to say this. Laying 154 is not a prudent move. We like plus money, but I don't care. You said it. Rookie quarterbacks all over the division. I love the Jaguars. I think they crush everybody, just as you said, and I will lay juice. Juice is only a problem, Dave, if it loses. Give me the Jaguars.
Jaguars for sure. And you know what? I don't see hope in the Colts or the Texans.
Brutal.
You know what? If Derrick Henry can run the ball 73 times a game,
his leg will fall off.
but honestly, the Titans have taken a step back, and that's kind of what it looks like right now. Okay, so outrights. You've mentioned the Jaguars to win the conference. Who are the Jaguars meeting in that conference if they do get there?
Wow, it's going to be a little bit different, Dave. I had the Bills last year. They let me down. I'm going to go Jaguars versus Baltimore Ravens. Jaguars to go to the Super Bowl. And I know a lot of people are going to call me an idiot, but that's why we make picks.
That is, well, you know what? If they call you an idiot, they might call me something different, because I actually have the New York Jets to win the conference. You know what? I know I'm going to fan out right now, but I love everything that's happened with the Jets. They have the right coach. They have a top 5 defense. Aaron Rodgers was that missing piece. Do I wish Aaron Rodgers was 10 years younger?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely I do. But with everybody around him, they help him more with Dalvin Cook as well, because we're not exactly sure what Hall can produce yet. I think Hall's going to still be the guy of the future, but is that future meaning November and on? Probably. But the receiver position is solidified. The offensive line, you have to protect the
That's the key.
Hall of Famer. Protect him, and they will go. I also like the Jaguars in that conversation.
Thank you.
So right now, Jags at about plus 1,300 to win the conference. The Jets are around plus 900. A lot of other viewers are telling us about the Dolphins at a plus 1,100. Dangerous, exactly. Also, some love on the Ravens at plus 940. So that was our AFC preview. Stick around for our NFC preview coming up a little bit later in the week. And of course, comment with your predictions below. We want to hear from you. How stupid are we? Or are we scientists like we think we are? So comment below. And of course, this has been Inside the Lions.